What if two of the greatest minds in comics, two billionaire vigilantes from rival universes, actually teamed up? I'm not talking about a crossover fight. I'm talking about a collaboration. What if Tony Stark, the invincible Iron Man, built a suit of armor for Bruce Wayne, the Dark Knight of Gotham? Let's dive into this epic thought experiment. First off, why would this even happen? Let's imagine a multiversal threat, something so immense that it forces the Marvel and DC universes to collide. In this scenario, Batman and Iron Man recognize each other not as rivals but as kindred spirits. Both are geniuses, both are haunted by trauma, and both use their immense wealth to protect the innocent. Stark, ever the pragmatist, would see Batman's methods, the endless physical punishment, the reliance on stealth and fear, and think, I can upgrade this. So, what would the Wayne Tech Stark Industries Mark I, or as I like to call it, the Hellbat Buster, actually look like? This wouldn't be just a repaint of an Iron Man suit. Tony understands branding. The suit's aesthetic would be pure Batman. Matte black, of course, with angular, bat-like plating. It would be forged from a unique vibranium-promethium alloy, making it virtually indestructible and capable of absorbing and redirecting massive amounts of energy. The classic bat symbol would be emblazoned on the chest, but it would glow, not just for intimidation, but as the housing for a miniaturized arc reactor, a clean, silent, and near-limitless power source. No more getting caught with a dead battery in a crucial moment. Now, let's talk about the tech inside. Tony Stark would have a field day with Batman's arsenal. Forget simple batarangs. We're talking about guided repulsor-powered batarangs that can disarm a dozen enemies at once before returning to magnetic holsters on the suit. The grappling hook? It would be replaced with a high-speed, multi-vector repulsor and flight system, allowing Batman to not just glide, but to fly silently and with incredible agility, weaving through Gotham's concrete canyons like a true creature of the night. The cowl would be a technological marvel. It would integrate Batman's detective vision with Tony's own heads-up display and FRIDAY level. AI Bruce could analyze crime scenes in real time, hack any system on the planet, run predictive algorithms on a villain's next move, and have tactical data overlaid on his vision. Imagine Batman scanning a room and instantly knowing every weak point, every hidden weapon, and the psychological profile of every single thug. He would be 10 steps ahead, always. But here's the most crucial upgrade: protection. Tony Stark's primary motivation for building the Iron Man suit was to protect himself. He would be appalled by the physical toll that being Batman takes on Bruce Wayne. This suit would be designed to absorb impact, filter out toxins, and even provide medical aid on the fly. Nanites could be deployed to seal wounds and administer stimulants or pain blockers. For the first time, Bruce wouldn't have to come back to the Batcave broken and bleeding. Alfred would certainly approve. However, this is where the philosophical clash between the two heroes would truly ignite. Batman's core principle is his humanity. He pushes his body to the limit because he believes that's what keeps him grounded. He relies on fear and shadows. How does that translate when you're a walking tank? Would villains still fear the bat, or would they just see another piece of high-tech hardware to overcome? Bruce would insist on certain modifications, or rather, demodifications. He would demand that all of Tony's standard lethal weaponry be removed. No repulsor blasts that can vaporize, no micro-missiles. Tony would argue, Bruce, you're facing intergalactic warlords. A non-lethal taser batarang isn't going to cut it. Bruce would retort that his one rule is what separates him from the criminals he fights. Their compromise would be fascinating. The suit would be the ultimate non-lethal weapon. Repulsor blasts would be calibrated to concussive force, enough to knock out a superpowered being like Bane, but not to kill. The suit would deploy high-tensile nets, cryogenic pellets, and sonic emitters designed to incapacitate, not annihilate. It would be a prison on legs, capable of neutralizing any threat without crossing Batman's sacred line. Think about how this would change Gotham, the Joker's chaotic rampages. Met with an unbreachable wall of technology and intellect, the Riddler's puzzles, solved in picoseconds by the suit's quantum computer. The Scarecrow's fear toxin, instantly neutralized by the suit's environmental filters. Batman would transform from a shadowy urban legend into an undeniable, high-tech force of justice. But there's a darker side. What happens when this power falls into the wrong hands? What if the suit is hacked by Brainiac or Ultron? The potential for destruction would be catastrophic. This is a fear Bruce would harbor constantly. adding another layer to his already immense psychological burden. He would build in countless backdoors and failsafes that only he knows, a final Fenrir protocol to take down the suit if it ever went rogue. A plan to defeat himself, as is the Batman way. Ultimately, an Iron Man suit for Batman would be more than just an upgrade. It would be a test of Bruce Wayne's very identity. Is he the man who endures the pain or the man who uses every tool at his disposal to win? Tony Stark would provide the ultimate tool, but it would be up to Bruce Wayne to decide how to wield it. He would be faster, stronger, and smarter than ever before. He would be an even greater symbol of hope and order. He would be the Armored Knight. A perfect synthesis of Stark's futurist vision and Wayne's timeless crusade for justice. What do you think? Would this suit make Batman better, or would it rob him of his essence? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this dive into the what-ifs of the comic world, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching.